Welcome to the Albuquerque Natural Health Center. I'm Dr. Louise Swartz-Walter. We just welcome you and invite you in, and also invite your questions too. So if you're watching this video in the future at some point, we certainly want to answer any questions that you have about what it is we do here, what frequency medicine is, what biofeedback is. You know, the first thing that I usually do is I'm really kind of just sitting with the client and making sure that I really know what's going on with them. So I would allow them to tell me a little bit of their story. And I use kinesiology as well as all my biofeedback programs. So I can show you a little bit of the kinesiology here right now, and then we can go in and hook her up to the program, and we can look at that too.
Sounds great.
Okay, so tell me what's been happening.
Different blood tests come back with varying results, so I'm definitely interested in finding out a little bit more about my thyroid function at this point.
Kinesiology is a method of testing the muscles of your body to get answers about what's going on. And the reason it works is because it's connected to your whole system. It's connected to your nervous system. So the very first thing I would do is just get her yes. And so I'm just going to have you hold while I gently push down on your arm. So hold. Okay. Say yes.
Yes.
Say no.
No.
And I'm actually not supposed to make eye contact. So if you notice I'm not looking at Janine when she gives me her yes and no, I'm looking somewhere else, that's why. So we want to know about your thyroid, because you've been having lots of confusion around that.
Yes.
And mixed messages from different doctors.
Definitely.
Okay.
Yes.
So the issue with the thyroid is physical hold. Okay? Issue with the thyroid is mental. Issue with your thyroid is emotional. Issue with thyroid is spiritual. Issue with the thyroid is field. Look how strong field was.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so why I'm doing that is because I want to find out what areas we need to work in. So it didn't say it was physical. She went weak for physical. It's not physical. Then we did mental. Mental was strong. Emotional was weak. Emotional was not. Then we did spiritual. Spiritual was weak. And then we did field. And so I'm making a point here about how important the energy field is. If we don't work in the energy field, we're not going to affect change. So I myself too did all the physical things. You know, you take care of your thyroid, you're eating your greens, you know, you're taking your vitamins, you're eating healthy, you're doing all those things.
Absolutely. Doing all the things that you're supposed to be doing, all the checklists are checked, and not getting results.
So,
very frustrating.
So what would you do? Because you know, you have a lot of skills and intuition too, and I always trust people's intuition.
Absolutely.
You know, in other words, if they tell me something, I know that they're feeling it, and we want to listen to that.
Sure.
So, when we tested that mental was part of it, what are you thinking when there was a yes on that? What could you do
the first thing that
differently?
came into mind when I thought mental is that there's so many conflicting things coming at me right now that I'm trying to focus on and look at from a strategic standpoint, where I do need to listen to my intuition a little bit more than I've been doing lately, maybe.
Okay.
That's the first hit I got, so.
Okay, to listen to your own intuition.
Yes,
About
absolutely.
what that is.
Yes.
And you know, when we listen to our own intuition, that actually is the path of healing.
Absolutely.
So, you know, and so I know that's a piece of the puzzle. Field, though, when we got field was strong, saying maybe we need to work in the energy field to help Janine with her thyroid and her low energy and that kind of stuff. What does that mean to you?
I'd have to dig a little deeper for that one,
Okay.
I think. Yeah, nothing came up right away, so maybe that's something we can look at the biofeedback for.
Okay, so let's check that out. Let's actually see if that's right. It's in Janine's highest interest to work in the energy field to help her low energy and thyroid. It says yes. Highest interest to do some geotrain work with this. It says yes. Highest interest to use biofeedback. Yes. Highest interest to do Reiki. Okay. Highest interest to do meditation. Maybe. Highest interest to do to use hypnotherapy. Okay, so I you know, as a hypnotherapist, I know you can work on yourself. So she does this a lot. So she's already doing that. So we have to look outside the box, so
right.
to speak, and go,
Absolutely.
what else? What else could it be?
Absolutely.
And so I'd like to take you back and do some biofeedback if you would like to right now. Just
That sounds
real
great.
quick, and you know, we can just do stuff in just about 10 minutes here.
Perfect.
To change some energy too. I also know, and I want to tell all of you out there, I work with groups with the biofeedback programs I have, and we're in a brain group right now, which goes through December. And I put Janine in that group last night. I worked on the group last night and asked her how she felt today. So tell us the difference for you there.
My energy was up, and I wasn't sure really what it was. I didn't know that you had put me on the brain group, so I went to sleep last night and just kind of chalked it up to having a good night's rest. But I've been sleeping better than usual, so that wasn't really a varying degree that I would feel better necessarily.
Okay.
So I wasn't really sure what the rhyme or reason was until I walked in and you had told me.
Okay.
You're sneaky that way.
Okay, now because Janine works with me, I have permission to work on her. Otherwise, I won't do that.
Absolutely.
So I do want you all to know that I won't work on anyone unless I have their permission.
Yes.
In this case, Janine works with me. We're partners. We're working together.
Yes.
And she has not been feeling good. And I went, hey, what's going to help her?
Yeah.
This might. Let's do it.
Absolutely.
So that's what that's what I did.
Right. Last week she had actually told me that she was going to be trying to do a few things to kind of help me along my path a little bit faster. And it's nice to have a day of having some energy back again. I welcome it, so thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Yeah. So there's lots that we can do.
Yeah.
So what I'd like to do now, if we can, is just show you what that really looks like. I'll show you the program that I've worked on. Worked on last night on the brain group, and also what I did with Janine, last night and the whole group. Okay? Great. This is the Beautiful Balanced Brain program. And it's a biofeedback program that is on the internet. And so it's on a server. So it actually allows us to continue to work on you when you're not here by sending frequency. So it's going to pulse in the field, much like a homeopathic remedy given to you, but with frequency in the field. Okay. So what we found out that we have to work in the energy field.
Sure.
So this is one way to do that. And so I don't know if your camera can you see the screen okay, Loren?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm just pulling Janine up here, and the difficult thing for people to understand with this program is there's no hookups. Many of my biofeedback programs have straps that you would wear. This one knows you by your name, your birthday, and where you were born. So it actually reconnects with you. And the best way I can describe that is, Deepak Chopra has described to us that every star in the universe is its own little ball of energy. So everyone is completely unique. Even if you were a twin, you have your own little ball of energy. There's no one else who is Janine Felson Milks, right? No one has your name.
Right.
And no one has your birthday, nor were they born in the same place that you were.
Right.
So that's your unique blueprint, if you will.
Okay.
And so the reason this can reach you is because of that. Because everything is energy. And we can put a bottle on the tray and actually imprint that bottle with frequency, which makes like a custom remedy for you. Okay? And so we can look and see, what's coming up on you. And this is Hannah Kroger's trays. And so that just means all of Hannah Kroger's work is in here. And the very first thing it says is to do a metal detox. Okay? And, when we're looking at thyroid, we're usually looking at releasing heavy metals. Whether it's copper, lead, aluminum, cadmium, it doesn't matter, but it is going to be a metal. And we can even find that out. So let's muscle test and ask. Okay, so the metal is copper, arsenic, iron, aluminum, a little bit of aluminum, barium, radiation. The other thing that affects thyroid is radiation. And right now, radiation is up on the planet. We all have too much radiation in our body, whether it's from our cell phones, whether it's from computers, whether it's from Japan, okay? And then radiation is also in pesticides and herbicides. So we're getting some of that, even if we're just exposed environmentally to whatever's in the air, so that's certainly a piece of the puzzle.
That makes sense.
Does that make sense to you?
It does resonate with me, yes.
And then you're on a little remedy called dioxin, right?
I am.
Okay, and so see that dioxin is beginning to start detoxing. It's a Hanna-Kruger remedy, so it's beginning to release the pesticides
Okay.
that might be in your body since you were 4.
Right, and my house was sprayed about 6 months ago.
Okay,
So maybe that's part of...
that's definitely part of
Okay.
it. You know, because those are neurotoxins.
Uh-huh.
You know, those are neurotoxins. So
Okay.
we definitely want to look at that. Now we can look at the brain neurotransmitters here too. And I put all the brain stuff in the program myself because I know that when we balance the brain and we balance the neurotransmitters, it affects the whole body.
Sure.
You know? And so the top one here is serotonin and the second one is acetylcholine.
Okay.
Now I'm going to ask you, and you said you've been sleeping pretty well.
Better than usual, yes.
Okay. I want to ask if this is the right thing to do. Highest interest to serotonin. Give her serotonin in the field, just at night. Okay. So I learned a new trick. And so what I've been doing is working with people and just broadcasting serotonin only from midnight to 6 a.m., but continually.
Okay.
So like 90,000 minutes. So what's happening is, as my clients are coming back, they're reporting that they're sleeping better, but I'm also noticing a change in mood
Okay.
and energy.
Uh-huh.
And so if we help your body by just giving the serotonin at night,
Sure.
you'll have a deeper sleep.
Sure.
You'll
It's
wake
more
up. You'll wake
constant.
up more refreshed.
Okay.
You know. So that's already going.
Great.
So we have that already going on you. And we certainly can look at it. Is there pathogens or toxins? So I'm in the pathogen toxin
Okay.
panel here. Animal injuries. Animal infect. Do you have animals?
I have 2 dogs
You have 2 dogs.
and a horse and a lizard.
Okay.
And a sugar glider. It's a zoo at my
I
house.
can't wait to see the sugar glider. I don't even know what a sugar glider is.
Well, 2 little
Okay.
girls, they like animals.
All right, let's see. This is truth for Ginny. Okay, so you have some kind of animal infection. And the next one is tetracycline, and then we got fungal.
Okay.
And that might just be old antibiotic.
You know, I had a sinus infection about a month ago, and I don't take antibiotics, but that was
Okay.
the one they chose. So
Okay.
that makes sense.
So, you know, so we've got antibiotics in the field. And so again, what we're doing is we're working in the field here. There's a panel called Quantum K, and Quantum K is numbers. It's a really interesting panel. It really clears people on a level that I've not been able to do before. And so the first thing here is mind imbalance. And we just figured that out. We said, hey, what's the issue? And the issue is mental, because you're confused.
Yeah, there's
So-
so many varying opinions right now.
Okay,
Yeah.
and then we have to clear the energy in the room.
Uh-huh.
And then we had little peppermint things, so it's alkalinity via breath.
Oh yes, we did those little
We
peppermint
had little
drops.
peppermint. We had peppermint
We got
kind of little
started.
drops. Inventor, alchemist, inventor. Unclothed stealth toxins, so getting rid of toxins. Alchemist, I cannot say this.
Ingenuity.
Ingenuity. Ingenuity.
Can you explain what you're doing?
Yeah, I sure can. So what I'm doing is I'm creating a program, and I'm using different colored push pins. And I'm going to just use yellow right now and push pin about 6 or 8 of these, because these are the underlying emotions and things that are also needing to be cleared in the energy field. And then what I'm going to do is just broadcast those. I'm not going to give it to your bottle though. So what I've been doing is just giving the person these right away, right off the bat at the beginning of the session at some point. Because what I'm noticing is it's changing them completely. Because it's releasing the stuff in the energy field that you don't need to hold on to anymore.
Absolutely.
So one of the things on there, it says uncloak stealth toxins. So that could be the heavy metals.
Mm-hmm.
It could be you have a little bit of a parasite from your dogs because it said animal infection, and we can check that.
Okay.
Is there parasites hold? No. Fungal? Bacterial? Viral. Okay, so no, we got more fungal, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
So it's what I call the fungus among us. It's like everyone has a little bit of this. It's, another name is Candida.
Okay.
So you're familiar with that.
Yes.
Another way that I can check that, and so while it's working on you, I can say, okay, this is Hannah Kroger taught us this, and I don't know if you can reach her legs. I'm just going to douse up your shins here. And Hannah said if it's bacterial, it'll go up and back on the right leg like that. If it's fungal, it'll go sideways on either leg. Now, everyone's always going to have a pattern. So it's never just going to sit.
Okay.
Okay? And so the pattern in your body is bacteria fungal. If it went up and back on the left leg, it would be viral.
Okay.
So you have the same pattern that I do. I have bacteria and fungal.
Okay.
Okay? Heidi, we'll be right with you. So, okay, so I just let that go for a little while, and then we're going to come back here and see what else we need to do. And I actually could put, which tray should I do? I could type in here a question that says, what is the top solution for low thyroid? So we can just look around in here and see what's the top solution for low thyroid. And it says acupuncture and possibly parasites in the liver. So that does give us, but they're brown, meaning they're not as important as something that would be red or purple.
Sure.
So it's underlying. Because when we just tested, we said, no, parasites are not as much of a problem as fungal.
Right.
It doesn't mean that there isn't some reactivity in the energy field.
Okay.
And so now I'm curious. We did go pathogens and toxins. And when we went there, we did find more fungal. So there were not parasites. What if we go to digestion? Have you ever had acupuncture?
I have, and I get it on a regular basis.
So it does work for you.
It does, so that makes sense that would pull up for me. And I haven't had it done recently, so probably due for a little bit of that.
Okay. Okay, and see, so here it says, so this is the digestion panel, and I put in what's the top solution for thyroid, and it said chemical burden of heavy metals, chemicals, food additives, chlorine, fluorine, plastics. So it could be any of those things. And we already know we're dealing with metals.
Right.
Okay?
Absolutely.
All right. So what I would want to do is actually see if I can find a metal detox. Fungal. Okay, let's see if this is right. Highest interest to put this in Janine's. Yeah, this is it. Let's put that fungal. So it came up with fungal here. And so it makes sense, and it actually is connected to tuberculinum, and tuberculinum is tuberculosis, and it's just a residue of a miasm of an ancestral pattern.
Okay.
And so if your parents or your grandparents had tuberculosis, that's your miasm. I don't know if you know if they did.
No, they didn't, but could it be farther back?
It can be.
Okay,
it can be. But it also can be, tuberculinum is also related to lung.
Oh,
Because if you think of tuberculosis,
mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And so if you've had any kind of lung congestion or bronchial infections or anything like that, or flus or anything like that, it could come up here for
Sure.
that reason too.
I had a flu. Well, I mean, yeah, I've had a couple bad cases of flu. About 2006.
Okay.
So it was going back quite a bit, but.
Okay. So that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And it wants to support the kidney.
Mm-hmm.
And does that resonate?
It does. Yeah, kidneys are always a little bit of the weaker organ in my body.
Okay.
We've noticed that since acupuncture.
Okay.
Kind of pulled that up.
And then these are affirmations. So it says, we have a deep friendship and partnership that's powerful, extremely loving, and very positive. My loved one is with me in countless ways right now. I have unwavering faith. I have enormous abundance in my life. I'm grounded in my commitment to who I am. Success will only add to my life. It will not change my core values, relationships, or passions.
Those are all very true.
Are they?
So,
Are they?
You can pick any of those.
Which ones would you like me to put in?
You know, I really the first, they all kind of resonated on some level or another, quite honestly. So I don't. Do you have to pick a certain amount, or how does that work?
You know what? Let's pick 2 or 3.
Okay, let's do. I'm grounded in my commitment for the third one.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so we have a pretty good program here. It's going to support her kidneys. It's going to help with those affirmations. We're releasing the fungal and the metals. And so when we support the kidney, the right kidney filters heavy metals. So we want kidney in there when we're doing a metal detox.
Okay.
So that should help you. But I still kind of want something in there for energy.
Okay.
And even if it's just like a super duper vitamin supplement kind of thing.
Yeah.
Or something for thyroid.
Okay.
So it's iron complex at the top.
I tend to be low in iron. Does that have anything to do with that one?
Probably.
Okay.
Well, let's ask if you should do that. We should
Okay.
put this in your program. What a cool way to get iron. You don't have to
Yes.
take the supplement.
That
we
would be
can
cool.
do it this way.
Great.
So that's awesome. How about a multivitamin with advanced antioxidants?
That sounds good.
Ultra nutrient multivitamin with advanced antioxidants. Yay!
Perfect.
That will help a lot. Okay. I wonder if I should try to find thyroid. So you see my line of thinking here? I'm still like going because I'm going. Can we find something for thyroid that's going to support you? And copper, man. See, I know the issue is copper. How's digestion?
Good.
How's skin?
Good. But, you know, I've struggled with that the last few weeks, and it's finally back to normal. But I was definitely having more of a reaction on my face to a product, or we were not really sure what it was. But yeah, everything's good again.
Everything's good again.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. See if I get thyroid over here. No. How about TCM? 1 point. Okay. When you get acupuncture, do you get the back of the ear?
Not normally.
Okay. Because it says lung point, back of the ear point. So I was just curious.
Okay.
The next ones are large intestine. So I guess you need to make sure you're going to the bathroom.
Yeah. No,
No
everything
problems there?
seems to be fine as far as digestion.
Okay. That's good. This is awesome. I'm just going to put it in there. Okay. So we have a really good program here, and then I would just ask Janine if she has an intention or something that she wants to work on. In other words, there's something that you would like to have change. So just your statement around what your desire is.
I think to have optimal health and to have my energy back to where it once was
Okay.
would be really nice.
Okay. If you had that optimal health and you had your energy back, how would you feel?
I would feel vibrant. I would feel energetic, and I think that I'd have a lot more greater joy in my life when I feel healthy. Everything kind of falls in line, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. So Janine is actually receiving these right now. So she's receiving those affirmations, the kidney, the metal detox, some iron complex, some vitamins, and a flower essence that helps creativity. And so all that's working on her right now, and it's going to this little bottle as well. Okay? And then the next step that I like to do with people is to work in the field, because your body needs this in the field, is to do some energy work called geotran, which works with spin points. And that just means that you're familiar with acupuncture acupuncture points.
Yes.
Geotran is spin points. It means it's working in the energy field to shift the old program of, I have no energy, I'm tired, you know, to, I am vibrant and healthy and energetic.
Okay.
Okay? And so the way we're going to do that is I'm just going to have you say those affirmations, those intentions. We're going to muscle test. It's going to bring up the stress. So if you go weak, it's okay.
Okay.
And then I'm going to do these codes, which is just numbers. It's spin points around your body. And then we'll retest.
Okay.
Okay?
Sounds
All right? Okay? So say I have optimal health and I have my energy back again.
I have optimal health and I have my energy back again.
Okay? I feel vibrant, energetic, and I have greater joy.
I feel vibrant, energetic, and I have greater joy.
Okay? And then I'm going to ask a question. This is bottom line for Janine. That is bottom line. That's what you want. Okay?
Yeah.
So let's get that happening.
Okay,
So
great.
that brought up the stress.
Uh-huh.
So after I do these, we'll retest.
Okay.
Okay? 2, 3 love, 5, 3 forgiveness, 6, 5 choice, 9, 2 freedom, 4, 2 greater love, 4, 2, 2, 2, 4, 4, 6, 2, 1, 4, 7, back side. I'm going to have you look at the X. Okay? Good. 4, 5, 9, 6, 9, 6, 8, 6. Each one of these is a spin point. Like this is hearing, this is the consciousness ring, this is, or the cranial ring, this is the consciousness ring. Okay? 3, 7, 5. I can demonstrate these by having you chew, pretend you're chewing, and swallow. And that represents digestion.
Okay.
Okay? So if we muscle test digestion, okay, and then I enter the code, and it's over this hip, 377. Pretend you're chewing again, and swallow. And hold. Isn't that cool?
That is cool.
That's how strong these are. 4, 5, 8, 6, 4, 6, 9, 4, 6, 7, releasing any trauma, 10, 5, 7, 8, 2, 8, 7, 7, 5, and the shock, 1, 2, 3, placing with peace, 5, 2, to 11, 37 complete cycles, 87,037 times, 2 to 8, 24 complete cycles, 32 times, 4, 2, 2, 2, 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7, 7, 7, 2.
Wow. Okay.
Did you notice a difference in your, I wonder, I'm sure I see it. There's a difference in your face.
Oh, good.
Okay, a big shift there. So say I have optimal health
I have optimal health
and my energy back again.
and my energy back again.
Yay. Say I feel vibrant
I feel vibrant
and energetic
and energetic
and have greater joy.
and have greater joy.
And now you're strong. So we want to lock that in. So what we did is we changed your field.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to put your hands up here.
Okay.
Don't let me pull them down.
Okay.
Okay, and then full lock. So take your right hand under your left arm and tap 9 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then I'm going to do 16 circles on your head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And then tap here 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That locks that in.
Okay.
Okay, so I have optimal health and I have my energy back. And we might want to write those on a card. So you could say those. Pick a color, I guess. Okay. So I have optimal health and my energy back again.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm so glad we're doing this. I feel vibrant and energetic, and I have greater joy. Yay, very good. Super. Okay? All right. So, do you feel a little different than when we started?
I feel lighter.
You feel lighter?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I do
Good.
feel like I have a little bit more energy too. It's
Awesome.
it's a slight difference, but I can feel a difference. I feel
Great.
not as heavy.
Great. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So now what we want to find out is how long does your body want this? So we just test and we say, okay, it's in Janine's highest interest to have this program to continue working on her for 5 minutes out of every 15, 6. Now, because I've worked on you before, I can do that much. If somebody was new, I probably couldn't do that much.
Okay.
But 5 minutes out of every 15 just means that it's going to pulse like this, those stripes.
Okay.
So if you think about an hour, 5 minutes out of every 15 minutes, meaning 4 times during the hour, you are going to receive iron complex, a vitamin, stuff to help with fungus, stuff to help with metal detox, stuff to support kidney, those affirmations, your intentions. Okay, so you'll be receiving all of that, and then we just want to find out for how long. So this is why I like this program so much, is because I'm going to help you get further faster, because it's going to constantly support you.
Sure.
It's not like, hey, come in for one-time treatment, now you're done, come back in another week.
Right.
Sometimes people can't, one, they can't afford that, nor can they spend the time. So what I'm able to do is actually help people. Maybe it's going to last for a month. Let's find out.
Okay.
It's in Janine's highest interest to have this work on her for 5 minutes out of every 15 for the next week, for the next 2 weeks, for the next 3 weeks, for the next 4 weeks, for the next 2 months. So for about a month. Okay? So this program will continue on you for a month.
Great.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, very cool.
There's another piece of it that I don't know that we'll show you today, but I'll just do it out loud, is I often have people wear headphones and listen to sound, so we can do a lot with frequency. So we could find the frequency for the fungus,
Okay.
and you could listen to it. We can also listen to, and many of you out there, if you've heard my work before, you know what the solfeggio frequencies are. And so these work in the energy field to help many different things, including the DNA, changing the DNA. So 528 is the frequency called the miracle frequency. So the more we listen to this, the healthier we're going to be.
Okay.
So that's actually what's happened to, I've had this for 2 years, to even my health in the last 2 years.
Yeah.
So, and then for many of you out there, this is what I play. This is an example of what you're hearing if you're in some of my groups. I play these frequencies, so people on webinars have heard these.
Okay.
Okay?
Great.
Okay? Cool. Awesome.
Thank you.
Hey, you're welcome.
Appreciate it. Thank you.